Today we will learn about centroid and center of gravity. This is one of the most important topic in engineering mechanics. You all might be familiar with the term centroid and center of gravity. Yes, center of gravity is used for representing a point in 3D objects, while centroid is used for representing a point in the 2D figure. Now let's see what is the actual difference between center of gravity and centroid. The point at which the entire weight of the body is assumed to be concentrated is known as the center of gravity, while the point at which the entire area of the plane figure is assumed to be concentrated is known as the centroid. Now let's see centroid of some plane figures. First one is rectangle. Let us consider a rectangular section with width b and height h. Now how will you locate the centroid? For that, first we will be assuming two reference axes. One axis passing through the base of the rectangular section, which is denoted by x, and the another axis which is a vertical one passing through the left end of the rectangular section, which is denoted by y. So we will be locating the centroid with respect to these two reference axes. Now there are two methods for finding out the centroid. First one is by drawing the two diagonals. So centroid is a point where the two diagonals meet. So I am going to represent that by capital G here. So this point denotes the centroid of this rectangular section. This is one method of finding out the centroid. Now there is another method. For that, first draw a vertical line passing through the center of the rectangular section, and we can see that the rectangular section is symmetrical about this line. That means CG lies anywhere on this line. So it can be here or here or here or here, anywhere on this vertical line. Now you draw a horizontal line passing through the center of the rectangular section. Again, you can see that the section is symmetrical about this line also. That means CG lies anywhere on this line. So there is only one point where these two conditions need satisfies. That is the intersection of these two lines. So that point is denoted by capital G, which represents the centroid of this rectangular section, and that G will be at a distance of b by 2 from the y-axis and h by 2 from the top, or h by 2 from the x-axis. Now let us take the circular section. So how to locate the centroid of a circular section? Here also, first select two reference axes, y-axis passing through the left of the circular section, left end of the circular section, and x-axis passing through the base of the circular section. So the geometric center of the circle will be same as the centroid of the circular section. Now for that, first we will be drawing a vertical line passing through the center of the circular section. So here you can see that the circular section is symmetrical about that vertical line, which means the CG lies anywhere on this line. Now when you draw a horizontal line passing through the center of the circular section, again you can see that the circular section is symmetrical about that line too. That means CG lies anywhere on that line. So there is only one point which satisfy these two conditions, that is the intersection of these two lines. That is the center of the circular section denotes the centroid of the circular section also, which is at a distance of r from the x-axis and r from the y-axis. Now let us take the triangular section. So how to locate the centroid of a triangular section? So here I am considering two types of triangle. Let us take the first one. So here also, first select two reference axes, x-axis and y-axis, passing through the base of the triangular section and left end of the triangular section. Now in order to locate the centroid of the triangular section, we need to draw the medians first. So first draw the first median, draw the second median, and draw the third median. The intersection of these three medians denote the centroid of the triangular section. So I am going to mark that as capital G. So this G will be at a distance of h by 3 from the x-axis, or 2h by 3 from the top of the triangular section. Now in order to locate the distance of CG from the y-axis, draw a vertical line passing through the center of the triangular section, and you can see that the triangular section is symmetrical about that line. That means you can fix this distance from the y-axis, that will be equal to b by 2. Now coming to the second triangle, it's a right angle triangle. So here also, first identify the reference axis, then you draw the medians. The intersection of the medians will definitely give you the centroid of this triangular section also. So here there is a small difference. When you try to draw a vertical line passing through the center of the triangle triangular section, you can see that the section is not symmetrical about that line. So the distance of CG from y-axis is not b by 2 here. So here this G will be at a distance of h by 3 from the x-axis and b by 3 from the y-axis. Just remember that these distances are measured from the 90-degree corners of the right angle triangle. So it will be at a distance of 2b by 3 from the right end and 2h by 3 from the top end. Now let us take a semicircular section of radius small r. So here also, to locate the centroid, first identify the reference x and y axis. Then draw a vertical line passing through the center of the semicircular section. You can see that the semicircular section is symmetrical about that vertical line, which means CG lies anywhere on this line, right? So I'm going to mark the CG as capital G, and that will be at a distance of r from the y-axis and 4r by 3 pi from the x-axis. Now let us take another semicircle. What is the difference between this semicircle from the first one? Only in the orientation. Okay, so here also first you draw two reference axes, y and x axis. Then instead of drawing a vertical line, here I will be drawing a horizontal line passing through the center of the semicircular section. You can see that the semicircular section is symmetrical about this horizontal line. That means CG lies on this line, and I am going to mark that CG as capital G. And here it will be at a distance of 4r by 3 pi from the flat end of the semicircular section and r from the x-axis. Now coming to the last one, that is quarter circle. So here when you draw a line which makes an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal axis, you can see that this section is symmetrical about this line, right? So G will be anywhere on this line. So I am going to mark the G like this, capital G. And this will be at a distance of horizontal distance of 4r by 3 pi and a vertical distance of 4r by 3 pi from the 90-degree corner, or it will be at a distance of r minus 4r by 3 pi. That is total distance is radius. Radius minus 4r by 3 pi will give you this distance. So r minus 4r by 3 pi from the x-axis and r minus 4r by 3 pi from the y-axis.